Social update UG. Nearly 500 rhinos killed in South Africa as poaching increases. More than 500 rhinos killed in the southern African country, South Africa, as poaching has increased. The country is home to a large majority of the world's rhinos and a hotspot for poaching, which is driven by demand from Asia, where horns are used in traditional medicine for their supposed therapeutic effect. These horns are at a high demand in the Asian countries. That photo you are seeing, last September, the International Union for Conservation of Nature reported that thanks to conservation efforts, rhino numbers had grown across Africa. But then in southern Africa, poaching has increased a lot. Almost 500 rhinos were killed by poachers in South Africa last year, up 11% despite government efforts to tackle the illicit trade in horns, ministers said on Tuesday. The country is home to a large majority of the world's rhinos and a hotspot for poaching, which is driven by demand from Asia, where horns are used in traditional medicine for their supposed therapeutic effect. The Environment Ministry said 499 of the thick-skinned herbivores were killed in 2023, mostly in state-run parks. The lion's share were poached in eastern KwaZulu-Natal province with the lumbuye in Flozi Park, Africa's oldest reserve, alone losing about 307 animals. This is the highest poaching loss within the province, said Environment Minister Barbara Creasy. Multidisciplinary teams continue to work tirelessly in an attempt to slow the relentless pressure. In recent years, authorities have heightened security, particularly around the Kruger National Park, a tourist magnet bordering Mozambique that has seen its rhino population fall drastically over the past 15 years. This has resulted in lower losses there. 78 rhinos were killed in 2023, 37% fewer than in 2022. But it has also pushed poachers toward regional and private reserves like lumbuye in Flozi. Law enforcement agencies arrested 49 suspected poachers in KwaZulu-Natal last year, Creasy said. Across the country, 45 poachers and horn traffickers were convicted in court, she added. Among them was a former field ranger sentenced to 10 years behind bars for killing a rhino he later claimed had charged him. As of 2023, the National Parks Authority requires new employees to take a lie detector test amid concerns that some workers might be in cahoots with poachers. Rhino horns are highly sought in black markets where the price per weight rivals that of gold and cocaine. Nevertheless, in September last year, the International Union for Conservation of Nature reported that thanks to conservation efforts, rhino numbers had grown across Africa. Nearly 23,300 specimens roamed the continent at the end of 2022, up 5% on 2021. Adding the increase was the first bit of good news for the animals in over a decade. About 15,000 live in South Africa, according to a separate estimate by the International Rhino Foundation. While these updated population figures provide hope, these gains remain tenuous as long as the poaching crisis continues, Jeff Cookie of the World Wildlife Fund said on Tuesday, and he described the spike in killings in South Africa's KwaZulu-Natal in particular as of grave concern. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button. Peace.